this is Kelly with Holistically Rooted, and I am here making a family favorite, homemade marshmallows. One of the most simple and delicious family treats is hot chocolate with homemade marshmallows. So one of the things our family has cut over the years, over the past decade, since we've cut different things for our health, is corn, especially the genetically modified corn. I know I personally react, as well as some of my kids do as well. And so with marshmallows from the store, having the first ingredient often as corn syrup or corn products, we skip the marshmallows along with all the processed sugar and refined in that. And I found a way years ago to make my own, and I hadn't done it in a while, and I brought it back again this Christmas, and we are absolutely loving these. Y'all, it is so simple. So the recipe is literally a cup of water, a cup of maple syrup, or a combination of sweeteners. Like you could do half honey, half maple syrup, you could use agave, but we use just the Costco maple syrup. So a cup of water, a cup of maple syrup, 3 tablespoons of beef gelatin. I get it from Azurestandard or Azure, I can never say it right. And then a teaspoon of salt. And then at the very end, while I'm mixing it all up, I will add a little bit of my homemade vanilla. But y'all, that is like 4 ingredients. It is so easy. I'm gonna walk you through the process, but what we do first is you're gonna split the water in half. So you're gonna take a half a cup of water with 3 tablespoons of the beef gelatin, just room temperature water, and stir that up. You're gonna allow it to kind of bloom. So just let it sit for 10 minutes. While that's happening, I am gonna heat up the half of cup of water with 1 cup of the maple syrup and a teaspoon of salt on the stove. Now, if you are just wanting to make like a marshmallow fluff, the temperature doesn't really matter as much. You can just kind of heat it to where it's steaming. But if you want to make it to where it goes to like a candy form, we're gonna heat it up to 240 degrees. So I'm gonna heat that water, syrup, and salt mixture up to 240 degrees. And I just use, honestly, I use this little thermometer for our chickens. I use it for everything. I just use this little thermometer. On my wish list is to get one of those like little infrared thermometers, especially for soap making and different things where you can just like shoot it in the pot and see the temperature. But once that gets simmering, then I am going to pour it, I'm gonna pour it into the gelatin mix. And then I will use this handy dandy, honestly, this is my hand mixer. It's like what I would use with other attachments, but there's a whisk attachment. Now I highly recommend, if you have a stand mixer, use that, because you're going to be mixing for like 10 minutes. The first time I had my husband help, his hand got so tired, and this got a little warm. Once we've come to temperature and we mix everything together, y'all are gonna see, it is so cool to see that mixture turn into this white fluffiness. And then once we get to that marshmallow thick consistency, I'm gonna pour it into a greased, like the 9 by 11 pan or the 9 by 13 pan, and it will harden really quickly. So you kind of have to move quickly toward the end of that process. But it is delicious. It's amazing. On Christmas, that week, I actually made my own oat milk just from oats in my Vitamix with water. And then I made the hot chocolate on the stove. It was the richest, between the homemade oat milk hot chocolate with the homemade marshmallows. My oldest son, who used to have all the goodies, like way before we cut things, almost a decade ago, he was like, this is the most amazing hot chocolate I've ever had. It was so rich for my 15-year-old to say that. We've also used these homemade marshmallows with chocolate almond milk, and it is amazing. So I hope you enjoy this. I've even made these, instead of with water, I've used marshmallow root tea, where I've steeped marshmallow root, which actually has the health properties and what marshmallows used to be, like more supportive of throat and all these different things. So you can even use where you steep the marshmallow root in water and use that for your cup of liquid if you'd prefer. So this was an easier version, but I will take you through the journey and enjoy. I hope you enjoy this with a cup of hot chocolate on these cold winter days.